Fade into the Spotlight 2020 Tarot. I just did a video for you and it was spectacular. And then it froze like right at the end. So it was unreal. And what I'm going to do is just drop right back in. Good thing I'm an intuitive reader because what I'm going to do is take all the cards from the end of the very end of the reading and I'm gonna actually reverse it back to the front. So anybody who was watching, if you were watching the reading I did earlier, I do super apologize. I go live on my videos and it glitched and it like froze. And so what I'm going to do, I left all your cards out. And for those of you who weren't watching, we're just going to take everything from the end and reverse it back. Okay. So I started off playing, I pulled 3 cards from 2 different decks. And then I pulled from the love answers. What I did was I asked you guys to ask a question about regarding love and to pick between number 1, 2, and 3. And then we did that. And then at the end, I picked universal love cards for you. So I'm going to start with the universal love cards. Okay. So we're going to do it from, I'm going to reverse it. I've never done this before. So you got birth and you got transmutation. Just to give you a highlight of the reading I just did, it was phenomenal. You had so many, like almost all major arcanas. It was speaking about tapping back into your spirituality, attracting the kind of love that you really want and deserve in your life, and just being super empowered and starting a whole new life. So and I kind of just gave you a quick trailer of what we just did, and this just confirmed it. These were the very last cards that came out. And I'm not going to read from the book, I'm going to read intuitively. Transmutation and birth. Now let me just, sometimes when I really hold the cards, I get a deep feeling. Yeah, this is talking about, if you look at it, you see how beautiful the colors are in the middle. And if you look at this was the first card that flew out, and then came this one. Transmutation. A lot of you have come out of doing some deep healing. A lot of you have come out of shadow work. A lot of you have felt like maybe spirit left you, or maybe you were having bad luck in your life, or maybe you had bad karma. Well, maybe it was karma you were finishing out. And this is, the dark night of the soul. And you're completely, where you feel like you're at the bottom of the wheel of karma and everything's kind of hitting you in not a positive way. You're rebirthing, but you're like way past you. You've gone through the canal and you're like born now. Okay. So we've gone through the canal of the rebirth and we're like born. And you're born, it's the phoenix has risen, not the phoenix has risen. I'm hearing a lot of you are artists that kind of walked away from your creativity. Spirit wants you to know that that fire was not totally extinguished, and it never can be. If you look at my title of this video, it's Reset Go. If you think about that, that kind of sounds like lights, camera, action. I feel like some of you are meant to be on the world stage as artists, actresses, and Spirit wants you to know that there's no more preparation. You just need to act on whatever's coming to you. Like it's going to be like, enjoy the journey. Whatever it is you're being called to do. If your mind says, or your heart says, I need to call and get new headshots. Or like videotape, I need to do a new acting demo reel. I need to record my voice professionally. Like, start taking action, because you have gone through, this is where you're at now. We're through the darkness and into the light. You have been transmuted. Okay, so this is going to be, bear with me, okay, because this might be a little challenging. I have a very photographic memory. So how I did this was I said, Libras, ask what is the most important love question for your life right now. Whether it be a relationship you want to attract, whether it be you being a more loving person, you loving yourself more, whatever it is. And I said, pick from the pile 1, 2, and 3. So the last ones I laid out were 3. So pick from 1 to 2 to 3, ask the question. I can remember which ones were, hold on one second. I can remember, yeah, that was 3. Okay, so, and then the next pile is 2. So if you picked pile 3, asking a question about love, you got make a decision now. Um, that I feel is Spirit. What is the most important message to give with this card? Make a decision now. What is it that brings you the most joy in your life? So this isn't just about love. This is about just love and relationships. This is about what do you love? What brings you the most happiness? When you were a child, what fulfilled you? What did you say you were going to be when you grew up? What did you do the most of? I can remember coloring all the time. I can remember like acting and doing theatrical skits in front of my family and crying at the drop of a dime, like an actress. Painting, riding motorcycles. I can remember those brought me the most happiness. Horses. Um, so Spirit wants you to make a decision on what it is that you love the most, because a lot of you are multi-talented, and you're like, which one should I pick? Which one? So Spirit wants you to really, a lot of you have lots of gifts. Spirit wants you to narrow it down and pick that which really makes you the most happy. I want love, but I want love, but maybe I'm not ready. I want love, but maybe I need to drop some pounds. I want love, but maybe I haven't fully healed from the past relationship. I want love, but my confidence has been a little destroyed by my past, my ex. You know, Spirit says that the healing process is never done. If you feel like you're not fully healed, just keep working towards it and start letting your guard down. Don't wait. Life is really honestly too short. Compatibility issues. This is speaking of attracting the same type of person, same character in a different person. Repeating the same cycles. Compatibility issues because they're not resonating where you're resonating anymore. Just believe. Whatever it is you're asking for is coming. Just, I know you're probably sick of hearing have patience, but just spirit, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, wants you to kind of prove your faith. Oh, sorry, the card just fell on my dog. I'm sorry, Subaki. Just renew your faith in whatever way you can do that. Renew your faith. Friend time. This is talking about if you guys have been going solo, if you've been really isolating, if you've cut out a lot of people because you're not resonating with them, attract new friends. Get out there and be with your friends. Regardless of what they're talking about, social distancing, blah, 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 we can still see our friends. Like, don't let that stop you. Just live your life in a deep, meaningful way. Be more you. Be more authentic. Don't care what people think. Screw the haters. Like, who's anyone to judge anyone's life path or tell anyone what they should be doing? There's constructive criticism. There's support from friends who truly care. And then there's haters who are just trying to lead you off your path. Don't pay them any energy. Okay, so that was the pile 3. Let's see. Those of you who chose pile 2, let me see if I can remember where it stops. I do remember. Okay, pile 2. Love goddess. I remember that the reading I did was super about you guys standing in your power, you guys being really in your power as divine feminines, divine masculines. You're like being a goddess of love. That's what you truly are. Mother healing. This talks about if you are having issues with your mom, maybe you need like get together and communicate or try to restructure deal with, or she thinks you're hard to deal with. Just try a new way of doing it. In another world, just talk to her as if she's here. You know, when you're alone and in your private time, you are worthy. I feel like some of you have had a lot of past relationships that, because you are so special, because Libras are really, really good qualities. I'm a Libra. We also have negative qualities. And I'm a real, I don't like when a lot of the readers are like, oh, everyone, it's cool to be a Libra now, right? After we went through all the hell and now we're being rewarded. It's kind of like cool to be a Libra now, but before it wasn't. Um, I'm a real Libra born October 4th, and I've got mass amounts of Libra in my chart. Like almost all Libra dominates my sign. So um, I know that we can have really nasty qualities if we get on our negative side, but we also have beautiful, beautiful qualities. And I think a lot of times guys are threatened by that if they're not like ascended or conscious, and so they try to belittle you or make you feel less than, so they can. It's just a whole trip, you know what I mean? So spirit wants you to fully heal from that and know that you are worthy, because if you don't, you're going to keep attracting unavailable energy. This is speaking about the kind of energy that you've been attracting, male or female. The kind of relationship that at first probably disguises itself as, oh my God, this is the one. And then all of a sudden it starts to unravel, and you're like, no, this is a nightmare. Those are karmic lessons. And if you are done with those, then yeah, shift it, your energy. If you guys have been really guarded, to try to do whatever you can to start opening up. Um, Clogged up with negativity. I spoke in my other video for Libra about this being, it can be your mental mind state. You could be too stuck in your head. You could be reliving the past too much, or just straight being negative, like having negative thoughts and they're almost out of your control. Whenever that happens, say cancel, and replace it with something positive. And it's just you're having to retrain your mind, especially if you went through the dark night of the soul. It's totally acceptable. It's a part of the process. So also, I believe personally that whoever you sleep with, you share in their sexual energy, their energetics for at least 9 months after you've been with them. So think about who you've been with, and you also share whoever they've been with is in your energy. So if some of you have had karmics, they've probably had karmics. If you've been involved in surgery, do some detoxes. Drink yerba mate tea. Drink a lot of green tea. Drink matcha. Get in your cleansing bath, Himalayan salt. Just pour some lavender in there. Do bath bombs. Just really take a week and do everything you can think of to cleanse your aura and your energy. Choose love. Road rage. I'll give you a perfect example. I live like in the beach, and I live in the mountains. I go back and forth. There's a two lane road to get to the mountains in California, and people actually are insane. They literally drive. If the person's not going fast enough for them, accidents are almost. And um, what's the point? Choose love. It makes me want to like grab people out of their car and choke them. Like I have a temper. Only if people are doing stuff that's reckless, that involves hurting other people, I lose it. So that's choose love. Like we can always choose, you know, love over hate. Dating for growth. A lot of you again have some friends but most of us have been isolated due to this whole pandemic crazy madness in 2020. We're in a paradigm shift spiritually, a lot shifting. A lot of us have had a lot of alone time that has actually ended up being really good for our spiritual growth, for even our financial growth. But this is talking about get out there and start dating again. Um, I swore I would never go online at um, like I did it. I did it just to do it, and I probably will mess around with it. And I have had a couple little conversations with some super nice people. There's a lot of freaks, but you gotta just kind of use your intuition. Okay, so this is pile one. For those of you who chose number one, even better, says choose that or something better. Like ask for what you want from the universe and then say that or something better. So whatever you were asking for regarding love, Libra, something even better is coming. Forgive the past. That has to do with an ex. That, by the way, there will be an ex creeping back in. I already know that, and um, so it's up to you. I think most of you will shut them down, like male or female, shut them down to Chinatown. They aren't going to have a chance because they've had way too many chances. But anyway, don't regurgitate, don't have mental regurgitation and continue thinking about it all the time. It's wasting your energy because if you're not gonna, if you know in your heart that it would not be right to take them back, there's no point. Just let it go. Stronger than you think. Oh, my dear Libras, male and female, my dear fellow soul tribe Libras, you are way stronger than you think. Like, way stronger. I'm hearing that some of you are actually getting ready to shift your entire reality. We're talking everything: life, friends, living space, everything. Some of you feel like you're doing it totally alone, and you might be. Some of you are. I'm moving too. And friends have offered to help, but I hear spirit telling me it's kind of something I need to do solo. Like, I know that sounds really offering to help me move. I'm looking. I haven't found the place yet, but I've intergened. Friends have offered to help when I do move, and my birthday's in October, so I want to move before then. So I've got a lot going on myself too. Um, Spirit's telling me like not to accept the help, in because they want me to move into this home with my energy, my animal's energy, with fresh energy. They want me to lay down, like protect the house, do all my spiritual stuff, and have only my energy in there, and like kind of resonate in that energy for a few weeks, like maybe even a couple weeks, maybe really like use it as a private little oasis getaway where nobody comes over for 2 weeks. That's what Spirit's telling me. So um, when the card stronger than you think, you might have a lot that's coming at you, and you might have to cope with it a lot of times alone. But you're not alone, and there's a reason behind everything. Open your heart, Libras. You've been very guarded, and there's been a lot, good reason for that. You've had to restructure your boundaries and had to cut out a lot of people out of your life, people that you even loved and thought were going to be there longer. And you've been super guarded, and we can all, us sleepers, because I'm a Libra, uh, I've been told that many times, although we give the shirt off of our back. We're very loving people. We very care about others, especially animals and children. Um, I just think that aloofness is it's a protection, and spirit saying, shield yourself, protect yourself, but open your heart. If you had a question about love, like is someone new coming into your life, or is that the one coming in? Spirit said, of course. Avoiding intimacy, that's again blocking yourself. Again, you might have to do some sexual energy clearing, spiritual energy clearing. Um, Here's what you do: call upon the higher power. the universe, whatever you call upon. Ask for all ties to be severed. Ask for any body's energy from any reality that might be connected to you karmically in this lifetime and any other lifetime. Ask for it to be released, and that you only be connected to Mother Earth and the divine source of pure love and light. And then go about your other healing modalities that you do for whatever you do to give yourself self-love. Get a massage, have a salt bath, whatever it is. And ask for divine shielding. It's super important, especially if you're an empath or you're a light healer or anything like that. Just a sensitive soul, just a sensitive person. You need to ask for divine shielding of your energy, so you can feel free, that you know you're protected, but that you can open your heart. And the question is, if you have a question about love or anything else, it's coming. And inner little girl, that's talking about something, some wounds you might still be healing from your past life. I mean, oh, that's interesting. I said that. Maybe it is karmic. Maybe it is from your past life. But what I was going to say is from your earlier part of life, when you were a little girl or boy, you might have some deep wounds. Also, I'm hearing that you need to just talk to your young self and say, I'm here now, you know, you no longer, just have a talk with the little girl or little boy that you used to be, and tell them that you're always going to protect them, and that this, from this point on, lessons have been learned and you're going to live an amazing life. Okay, so now this is not traditionally the way I do it, but I'm going to reverse what I did. So let me take the clarifiers off. And what I did was I pulled three cards from two different decks, and it was for Libra, mid-September through mid-October 2020. And you got almost like pretty much all major arcanas. Wheel of Fortune, definitely a new cycle coming in. From the other deck, you got the Queen of Swords. So that's you completely standing in your power, completely. And there's a lot coming from this card that, wow, it's like amazing. Well, some of you are moving to the beach or to the islands. Some of you live by the beach or by the islands. Some of you are just really wanting to live in an elegant environment, really wanting to just really feel comfortable in your space. You see how she's dressed? Some of you are just really tapping into the authenticity, the natural part of who you are. No, you're tired of fighting. The sword's down. You see, she's kind of in this pensive, spiritual, profound state. That's where you're at right now. You're going within. It's deep. It's super deep. Three of Wands. I got from this card in the other reading. This was in the near past. This card would have represented that you're waiting on something or someone, but no longer does it mean that for you, Libra. It means that you're waiting for all the work and all the energy you put into changing your life. You're waiting for those rewards to come in, and my darlings, they are coming in. Then you got the Queen of Cups. You could be attracting a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, into your life, or you could have someone in your life, male or female. This is a queen, someone that can be a mentor, who can give you really great advice, who can be there as a support. I didn't get that from the last reading, but I'm getting it now. But I really think, most of all, that this is, and you see this weird thing she's holding in her hand. I think some of you are going to receive awards as artists, like Oscars, Grammys, just major awards. And look at all the coins. She's like, got, this is you, Libra, even though it's the Queen of Cups. I feel like you put your sword down. You really want to be about love and compassion. You're really going to try to understand people from this point going forward. You're going to try to handle things more adult, more wise, not lashing out, not giving other people's energies. I feel like you've really come into your own, Libra, and your rewards are absolutely coming. And that this card confirms my theory and my intuition with the Ten of Pentacles. You guys, it's really, really, a lot of us are working on our financial stability. A lot of us want to become absolutely financially independent, not ever have to worry about a bill again, be able to travel the world, do what we want, buy things for our family, help people out. That's coming, Libra. You've worked really hard for this. So the next card again talks about this new journey that you're on, the Fool's journey. But this isn't a fool. This is a wise, developed soul. I love this card. Like this is like this swan. Look at all the colors that they're covered by. And then you got the lovers. Some of you are indeed attracting the love of your life. I mean, the love. A lot of you have known, you have seen glimpses of this person since you were a child. A lot of you, this is a soulmate from past lives. Um, some of you might have been in twin flame relationships, and that twin flame relationship didn't work out. It wasn't meant to. There was a lot of karma to it. But this is a deep, deep, deep soulmate. Someone you've definitely known before. If you don't believe in past lives and all that, then what I can say is that you're gonna feel like you've known this person. It's the person you've been asking for that can match you and that really wants the same things you want out of life. That's covered by the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, sorry, the Nine of Cups. Um, Also covered by the Empress and the Seven of Pentacles. Now, there's two different messages from this. I want to be really clear because it's super important. Some of you are going to have a karmic soulmate. It was a deep bond. It was a lover and a deep bond that is going to come back. This person it's been in your storyline for a long time. Some of you, it was a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio test. Because here's the trick. Some of them are absolutely full of shit, and they're going to try to play the game again so they can feed their narcissistic ways and have this, like, it's a silly, immature game. Some of you don't even care. You don't even want to deal with it. And so this lover is that person, and this Nine of Cups is their, I hear snarky. I don't even know what that word means. Their snarky ass attitude that they're going to come back like, ha ha ha, I can do it again, or I got one over, or I got everything I want. It just is a shitty attitude. And you guys aren't going to you're not going to go for it. Now, the trick is that some of these people that are going to come back, male or female, they're actually going to have gone through an absolute, you're going to know that they have gone through like a shift of energy. You're going to be like, I'm so happy for you. Be good to the next person. Consider planet and my dear darling Libras, they are about to come to fruition. Whether you're a male or female, you're divine royalty. I mean, that's real. Like, you are owning your energy. If anyone, you don't care what people think. Like, what you're starting to understand your divine calling. You're starting to understand there's got to be more out of life than what you've been living or what society is saying is life is the it thing in life, and you're just owning your energy. You're coming into your divine. This is the Empress trumps all the queens. She is the top of the divine royalty. So you're owning your power in ways that you've never owned them before. You paid your dues, Libra, and you're coming into the light. The Chariot, something very, very fast. There's fast movement, and it's moving into the new world that you've laid out for yourself. It's your new destiny. Ace of Swords. I mean, this is the most golden, happy effing birthday to you, Libra, because you got some of the most amazing energy I've seen, like, that Libra's had in years. You guys deserve every single bit of this. I'm not gonna cry. Okay, this talks about I'm feeling intuitively. You see the owl that represents deep wisdom and knowing. This is also about tapping into mysteries of who you truly are. There's untapped potential inside of you. There's talents that are lying dormant that you don't even know exist. I didn't get that before, but I'm getting it now. It talks about standing in your nobility and integrity. It's talking to me about not caring what other people think and moving forward and literally taking that sword and severing all ties with anything and anybody that does not fully support you or resonate with you on this path. And again, that Ace of Swords is covered by the Chariot. So fast movement into your new world. And your new world that was clarified by another Wheel of Fortune. Make no mistake, Libra, you are no longer at the bottom of the wheel. You are now at the top. Your karma has been cleared. You are going into a positive karmic cycle, one which will reward you deeply and profoundly with Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing that a lot of you have had to put your creativity on the path. You felt like it was dead. It wasn't. It was just put aside so that you were kind of going through so a lot of you have been stoking the fire, but something and actually start taking action. And it talks about boredom. It talks about just being bored. Me being a Libra, we got the 5 of Cups because we was in our mind a lot. There was a lot of confusion created by it. This scenario over and over in your mind, and they're there. But the way I'm reading this is these are packages, but I feel like come on, I hope with everything, the love you've asked for and everything you've asked for. And now I have, for the first time, just done an entire reading reverse. I've never done that. It was super fun. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being a part of the bout. It's pretty interesting. It's got a lot of happy birthday again, Libras, and I love you so much. Peace.